Hey everybody, Mama Hen back at you again with a brand new video. Today I'm going to keep on with the theme of breakfast foods, and I'm going to be making a breakfast pizza. And I'm using my brand new stainless steel deep dish pizza pan. If you've ever had Pizza Hut's deep dish pizza, these are the types of pans, although they use the circular pan. But this is the type of pan that they use to make their deep dish pizza pies. So I've oiled it with the leftover bacon grease from the bacon I fried up earlier for this pizza. So you want to make sure, whether you're using bacon grease or oil or cooking spray, you oil your pan before you place the dough inside of it. So let's get started. Over here, as you can tell, I've already prepped my dough and I let it rise for 1 hour, so it's ready to process for this breakfast pizza. And I'm gonna throw a little bit of flour on my work surface and take that dough out and put some flour on my hands and roll this dough out a bit. Now, I've given you the recipe for this pizza dough in a previous video that I did with, oh my goodness, what was it? I can't quite remember. It's been a while ago that I gave you the recipe for this dough. It's a multi-purpose dough. It can be used for making breads, but this time it's for my pizza dough. And this is what I've done here is I've made half a batch because my pan is not that big. It's an 8 by 10. So I only need half a batch of dough. And since I can't remember when I gave you the recipe in a previous video, I'll go ahead and list the ingredients to this dough in the description box of this video. Okay? You don't have to overwork it, but it should be soft and pliable. One thing I will tell you, but I'll leave the recipe as well, is that you want to use bread dough. You want to use bread dough for your pizza makings and your bread bakings because it gives you an elasticity in your finished product that you will not get as much as if you're using all-purpose flour. Now, all-purpose flour can be used, but if you want that extra chew and that elasticity that comes in a dough, you want to use bread flour. And I just prefer unbleached flour. If you think about it, do you eat bleach? I mean, why would you want bleach in your system is what I'm saying. So there's already enough problems with the food processing as it is. Why would you want to add insult to injury? So my preference would be unbleached flour, bread flour. Matter of fact, I use unbleached flour for my cake flours as well as my all-purpose flour. So anyway, just a little food for thought. Stretching this dough out so I can get it in all corners of my pizza pan. And this is enough for like 4 to 6 servings. Depends on how you cut it, but you can get about from 4 to 6 servings. And I'll just go ahead and walk you through the different processes for this breakfast pizza. I've been on a breakfast thing for a while, so anyway, it's another breakfast item. How about that? And you want to go ahead and prick your dough so that no bubbles form. And you'll get a much more even rise with your dough. So whether you use a knife or a fork, just go ahead and prick your dough. So I'm just gonna take the knife and prick my dough. All right. And then I've prepared a white sauce. I want to use a white sauce for this pizza. So I've prepared a roux, which consists of 2 tablespoons of oil or butter, and about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch or all-purpose flour, a little salt, some garlic powder, and some heavy whipping cream or some milk, it doesn't matter. And you want to make a white roux. And this is what the white sauce consists of, and you just spread it over your dough. I got it a wee bit too thick, but it's okay. I could have done added some pizza sauce or marinara sauce or whatever, but this is breakfast pizza. So we're gonna keep it breakfasty, if that's even a word. Okay. Be generous with it. And if you don't have the time, or you just don't feel like making a roux, just buy some store-bought Alfredo sauce. That works fine. All right, so we've got the white sauce on top of the pizza dough. The next thing that I want to add is my whole milk shredded mozzarella cheese. Now, if you guys remember from a previous video, I said that whole milk mozzarella cheese is the best. Don't buy, if you can help it, don't buy the already shredded cheese that you find in the grocery stores, because it has a cellulose based product in it. Okay, and they use the cellulose so that it prevents caking or clumping of the cheese, but it takes away from the texture and the melt and the taste of the cheese. So I suggest that you go and buy whole mozzarella, which is somewhat hard to find, but Walmart sells it and Whole Foods sells it. And grate it yourself, and then keep it in the refrigerator until you're ready to use it, which at this point, I'm ready to use it. So hold the line. Okay, now let's load on the cheese. Be generous with the cheese. Whole mozzarella versus the skim or the low moisture mozzarella that you buy in the stores, it has a much better melt. And so if you can, at all possible, get you some whole fat mozzarella cheese, you will most definitely reap the benefits of a much superior taste and texture. So, okay. I think I'm going to use all of this. This is about a pound. I'm keeping this breakfast pizza pie very simple, uncomplicated. And that's what it is. Okay, the next item I think I'll put on the pizza is the bacon. So I shredded up and cooked up. This is a pound of bacon. I know that sounds like a lot, but you guys know once you cook bacon down, it shrivels up to just about nothing. So go ahead and cook up a pound of bacon. Now this is beef bacon. It's my preference. And just go ahead and cover your pizza pie with the chopped up bacon. And again, this is a pound. I know it doesn't look like it, but it really is a pound. And you don't want to throw away any of that leftover bacon grease. You want to use it to cook up your eggs, to help flavor your roux, to grease your pan. Use up the bacon grease. Don't throw it away. It's a precious commodity. And it adds so much flavor. So much flavor. So there we have it with the bacon. Get that evenly spread out. So there's bacon in every bite. Then I think I'm going to put my hash browns. Now I cooked up all this stuff so it would be cooled off and ready for when the dough was done. So I just grated up a large potato and little salt and pepper. You can buy the store-bought hash browns in your freezer, in the freezer case of the grocery store, or you can just keep it simple like I do and just get you a large potato and grate it up and cook it up, and it's more natural that way. And I used part of my bacon grease because there was quite a bit from frying up a pound of bacon. You just never want to throw that bacon grease away. Again, it's a precious commodity. So it adds so much flavor to your finished product. Now, when you do fresh potato, because of the starch that's in the potato, it will leave your finished product somewhat sticky, but that's okay. You just have to break it up. Break it up as you're spreading it on your pizza pie. You can add some chopped onions if you like to the potato for added flavor, but you don't have to. Just keep it simple. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to lay my scrambled eggs on top. By the way, you want to preheat your oven to between 425 and 450. If you have a convection oven like I do, you want to go 25 degrees lower because it heats up so much faster and hotter because the fans circulate the oven or the temperature in the oven, and it gives you a more even bake. So, but if you've got a conventional oven, then 25 degrees higher. I don't think I need all this egg. But I scrambled up 4 eggs. Well, at least you'll get a bite of egg in every bite, so that's a good thing. Okay, and then just kind of flatten that out. Press it down with your hands. I'm going to use up all this egg. Okay, then last but not least, I'm going to just lay a little bit of shredded cheese on top. This is 4-cheese Mexican. You know what? Actually, I wanted to add a little bit of hot sauce on top of the egg, so hold the line. Just a little hot sauce. On top of the eggs. Not a whole lot. And then I'm going to sprinkle this shredded 4-cheese Mexican on top. You want to let this bake for about 30 minutes. Gonna be so cheesy. Oh my goodness. Yum. Yum, yum, and yummy. Okay. Flatten that out a little bit. And then I'm going to garnish it with a little bit of chive. So hold the line. All right. Gonna garnish it with a little bit of chives, freeze-dried chives. Sprinkle that on top. It's really just for color. Presentation. You guys know how I am about presentation. And off to the oven it goes. I'll be back with the finished product.